All right, are we here? All right, I think we're live. 3 minutes early, so we'll give people some time to get here. Let me grab a couple things. All right, get right to it in a second. All right, got some people here already. I like it. Megan, hey Jay, Scott first. Hey Scott, hey Megan. Thank you guys for tuning in. Sorry, I was just reading a text. Hello Jim, welcome everybody. I'll give it a few minutes. Let some people show up here. Let's get back to a couple texts here. I do have children. Scott says it sounds windy. I have the fan on. It is hot as I don't even know what you'd call it. It is very warm in here. How's that sound? I turned it down a little bit. Let me know if that audio is okay. Hang on one more second. Oh, getting the kinks out. Getting the kinks out. Hang tight. Acting like a rookie. So Scott says it's better. Okay, great. All right, so we got 3 people here. It is 7:15. All right, let's get right into it. How's it? We're gonna go for like half hour, 45 minutes as usual. And then after, I'm gonna jump on Dan's live chat, the back 40 there. So we'll be there after this. All right, got a couple comments here. Getting it, Pat. Hey, Pat. Hey, Scott. Hey, Jim. Hey, Megan. Thank you guys all for tuning in on this hot Friday night. I was gonna do this live chat from the inside of the Bobcat there, the CT 2535, but I parked it behind the shed here, and I wanted to be within reach of Wi-Fi here because I'm on a laptop, and I opened the door and it was hot in there, and I said, that's not going to happen. No way. I'm not going to sit in that machine and bake. Yes, it has AC. It's got a cab, but I wasn't exactly going to sit there and idle for an hour. And overheat a brand new machine. So yeah, that wasn't something I was planning on doing. But yes, we're going to talk about that machine more. We're going to talk about a couple big things I got planned going on around here. We're going to talk about the excavator again. I got more updates on that. I'm just giving it a few minutes to let some more people show up here. I got a bunch of replies saying people would be here, so just give it a second to get into the chat and whatnot. But does anybody have any questions off the bat? Scott says need a window shaker in the shed. Yeah, that's kind of my plan. Is actually this is actually a great point. I was going to bring this up. This is on my list of talking points here. So everybody, as you know, we pretty much rebuilt the shed here. We put the shiplap up. We redid the floor. I mean, we tore this thing down from the ground up pretty much. The only thing we didn't change was the roof and the walls. But I was thinking about running power out here, and we have an irrigation system, and the outdoor boiler pipes run underneath the grass there. And I didn't want to start trenching and hit something and cause any issues. But then I thought about it. There is conduit from the house that runs out to the outdoor boiler, which is 20 feet away. So I'm thinking, Scott, I don't know why that made me think of it, but I'm thinking in the future is run another feet of wire, tie into the circuit panel, because the circuit panel is right by the outdoor boiler, by the heat exchanger there. Tie in, run some power, dig a 20-foot trench from the boiler to here and add power out here, because right now I have an extension cord. So, yeah, we have an extension cord running across the lawn, and this is probably my 3rd cord. I think I mowed over one, snow blowed over 2 others. So, yes, needless to say, running the extension cord, I'm getting a little tired of that. Pat says getting delays and noise. Hold on, I'm not sure. I'm in the same spot as I was last time. Hold on, let me check the internet. How's that? Does that sound okay? Let me know in the comments here if that sounds all right. Hi, Jude. I see you popping in there. We got Scott, we got Pat, we got Megan. We got a few people here. How's that audio? Is that all right, Pat? Hold on, let me check the router here. Technical difficulties. Hold on 1 second. Stream is good here, all the way from Georgian Bay. Yes. Yes, I'm assuming yes isn't okay. All right, whatever. We'll just keep it going then. I was hoping we have a few more people here by now, but that's quite all right. It says we have about 4 watching, so that's okay. Not sure what everybody's doing. Hopefully everybody's staying out of the heat. Pat's audio is fine. Okay, perfect. Pat said, couldn't have been any worse than bucking and splitting this evening. Yeah, I tell you. I mean, my last probably 6 or 7 videos have been like axe shed stuff. It is just super hot. I mean, all the saws here are behind me now. I haven't run anything. It's just that sticky. I cut some firewood with my dad the other day, and man, I was just soaked. The saw wasn't running the best. I felt like I was literally torturing the machine. So that's why I've been doing the axes and the handles and kind of farting around in here, because getting out in the woods, it's hot and it's wet and it's rained so much. I literally should have posted a photo of this. The project area, the play area we built, I had to empty the 2 bags on the mower 3 times. And since the grass came up last year, I've never cut it that much. Scott, people here watching from my phone. Yeah, Scott. When I was doing the shed build, Scott's so funny. Every shed comment video, he'd be like, "With the price of lumber, you're building a $40,000 shed." So I always got a kick out of that. I thought that was funny. Jude says it keeps going on to loading screen. I don't know what the problem is. I'm in the same spot I was last time. I'm not sure what to do. I can't get any better than this. I'm on the Wi-Fi. The shed's not far from the house, and the router's actually on that side of the. That router's actually on this side of the house, so I'm not sure. Your connection is unstable. Can you guys hear me okay? Hold on a second. Settings. Yeah, coming up next, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna post this video probably half of our wood landing where all our firewood is stuff is getting moldy. Stuff is getting fully. Hold on 1 second. Bear with me. All right, let's try to reconnect here. We're back in the house now. Does that sound okay? I'm back on the Wi-Fi, so I apologize for that. Okay, Jim says it's good. How about Pat and Josiah? Can you guys hear me okay? Screen much better. Okay, good. All right, we'll roll with this. It worked last time in the saw shed. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll have to run a booster out there, or we'll have to do something like that. But anyways, what I was saying is one of the biggest things coming up, and I'll tell you guys because this is kind of like, I guess, the quote unquote the in crowd. We're going to probably clear another 30, 40 feet back in our wood landing here. We have a couple huge trees that are going up and crowning over our firewood landing. And the problem is that half of my wood really isn't seasoning. We have some premium campfire wood there, and when it rains, this stuff barely never dries, and it's almost like punky, almost moldy. So I don't want to have. I need to expand for more room because we got something else coming, which I will explain later in the chat. We got something really cool coming up, but I think that's going to be. We're going to do some clearing right here, now that we have the bigger tractor here, we can handle the logs and moving that stuff around. I think next time, probably maybe in a week or two when my dad comes up, we'll drop some trees. It's going to be a little sketchy because there's some trees around the boiler, and obviously I don't want to drop trees on the $10,000 outdoor boiler. So we're going to have to be sharp when we do that. All right, let me catch up here with some comments. All right. Pat just said, just finished a quarter tree service load of ash buck split and stack. Wow, that's awesome. I think I'm going to reach out to some tree services and see if I can get some dumps here. Well, since I mentioned it, I might as well get into it. So as you guys know, Kevin, the sawmills, Kevin, where we get our sawmill cutoffs from, he obviously gets all of his logs delivered from a tree service with a logging truck. And I talked to him. I said, listen, you guys will see this coming up in the next video or two, but we've already went and we cut it. But it's really a pain in the you-know-what to take my trailer there. He dumps the sawmill cutoffs in the trailer, but to get them off, cut, and processed without a dump trailer is a pain in the rear. So what I decided to do is I reached out to his logging friend, and I'm going to have a grapple load of sawmill cutoffs delivered here on the homestead, which is going to be sweet. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to stack. We're going to have the grapple truck back down there. We're going to already laid some pallets out. You'll see this coming up in the next video or two. But I think we're going to have a grapple load dump there, and we're going to let that dry. And then as we burn through our rack, come fall or middle of winter time when it's cool out and not 85 and humid, we'll cut and we'll restack. So that's going to be awesome. We have a grapple load coming. I think he's charging $200 or $300 to deliver a grapple load from the other side of town, which for the most part is it's better than, I don't know what the hardwood grapple loads sell up here. I don't even know if there's any logging going on around me, but to go from the other side of town to here, it's pretty much just paying for his time. So I'm happy with that. So that'll be coming up. We got a grapple load of firewood coming, and that's going to be really sweet. All right, Josiah, hello from Kentucky. Hoppy Homestead, hey bud, I finally got my wood boiler. Had to get a heavy towing company to take it off my trailer for me. Yeah, those units aren't light. I've never moved mine, and the stove shop in town, the next county over, he has a special. It's actually pretty wild. I saw it. He's got a custom built trailer with a winch on it. It's got like an arch and a pivot hitch at the winch at the top, and he picks the machines up just out of leverage. He's got an electric winch with it, but it's pretty fascinating how they load and unload. So unload and unload those. So that's pretty sweet. So good for you, Hoppy. I'm glad. They're pain in the butt to move those things around. Tim, hey Tim. Tim said, hey, had a chance to pop in. Well, good to have you here. Travis, just got done brush hogging. Yep, that's on my list. Definitely on my list is, I'm kind of going in order here. We got the excavator coming. The Bobcat is here. My dad's let me borrow that here and there. So we have that to use. But when the excavator comes and we build, we're talking over a mile of trails. So that video series is going to be insane. After the Bobcat and we do the trails, I think I'm going to invest in a 4-foot bush hog for the Kubota. Because we still have the Kubota. We're not, we still have Old Faithful out there in the tent. So we're definitely not getting rid of the Kubota anytime soon. So I think I'm going to put a mower on that. And that's going to be my primary mowing and small gravel work. And then I'll use the Bobcat for the bigger, larger stuff, firewood processing and stuff like that. But that Bobcat lifts literally double the capacity of my BX. My BX24, I think, is like 750, and that machine's like 1495 or 1695. It's well in the 1500 range. It's insane. Hello from, I don't know, PQ, Ohio? I don't know how you say that. Hey, Stanley. Pat said, a lot will drop for free because they need to pay for disposal in many states, so the company's right around the corner, so it's a win-win. Yeah, definitely, Pat. I do see the Asplundle there, Asplundy, however you pronounce the orange trucks. I see them around. I think there's a Lewis Tree Company. They're in Maine. Maine, we're not too far. We're like probably 40 minutes from Maine, 50 minutes from Maine. We're about the center of the state here, so it's not too far. So I'm going to reach out to some companies and see. I'm not sure if you can drop over state lines, but I don't know. We'll figure it out. Scott says the shed walleye. We're not in the shed anymore, but the walleye behind me. This is our dining room. I just ran in here off the cuff because literally the router is right there. So if the Wi-Fi still sucks, I don't know what to tell you because we're literally sitting around the Wi-Fi. But this is a dining room, like most people, a dining room we don't use. So my wife and I want to take this wall down eventually and have like more of an open concept, which is apparently all the rave. So that's I got enough stuff to do. So that's low on the totem pole. Hoppy said, mine's a smaller one and it's only 2,000 pounds, but took me months to figure out how to get it off. Yeah, that's the hardest point, is how to move those machines around. You definitely need, it's kind of like tree work. You definitely need some cranes and rigging and stuff to get those boilers off of trailers. Found my backyard on Tuesday night. Yeah, that's awesome, Pat. Imagine coming home from work and seeing a load of trees delivered, or logs or whatever. That'd be pretty sweet. Hoppy said, I like how you respond to all the comments and chat with each person. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I love the content. Yeah, no, I appreciate that, Hoppy. There's nothing more, again, I'm not knocking any channels. There is nothing more infuriating than leaving comments on certain channels, not even big channels. I mean, if you leave I get it. If you have 1 million something subscribers and you're getting 2,000 comments a video and you're posting videos every day, I understand that you don't get back to the comments, but some of these smaller channels, I'll go through the comments and they'll never reply. And it's like, I think I said this before in my last chat. If you're willing to, put the effort out and trying to get subscriber loyalty and whatnot, you need to answer these comments. I literally go through. The cool thing about the YouTube Studio is you can load all your unread comments and you can answer ones that have, if you put a question mark in it, those will be in a separate category for questions, but I answer almost every comment. I do. I definitely take the time because there's nothing more frustrating than talking to a small channel and nobody gets back to you. I can't stand that. If I get 1 million subscribers one day and 2,000 comments a video, don't hold these 12 people in here, don't hold my feet to the flame, but I'll try to do my best. Pat said, yeah, cross state lines, kindling, yeah, bug regulations and all that stuff. 2 foot tall weeds. Yeah, we have some serious growth out in my woods too. Those of you who don't know, my property, we have a lot of wetlands kind of buffering on and over the property line. So this property was never logged. It's never been touched. We kind of have like the house, a wetland, the stream, and then we have that pond, which is a wetland pond. So it's kind of like it's a half moon that protects our whole property from being touched or logged. So that's pretty sweet that it's never been touched. But also on the other side of that coin, as you guys know, it is thick and overgrown out there. If you took this property and put it out in like Oregon or Washington or California where they have wildfires, it would burn like instantly. So luckily things are super damp around here. We don't have to worry. But Hoppy said, our lawns have been growing like crazy. Yeah, I'm waiting for my buddy Shane to get in here. I was going to give him some shout out. I use a weed and feed product out on the play area, and that grass is growing like I've never seen before. Like I said, I cut it. I had to empty the bags 3 times. So I'm sure everybody's lawns out here. I can't speak for out west, but east of the Mississippi has been nothing but rain. So Hoppy said, I try to respond to every comment. I had someone leave the first rude comment on one of my wife's videos. People are rude for no. Yeah, people are so, I don't get it. Like, why? People just need to be like more positive. I don't get it. I get the negative comments sometimes, and you can tell they click on the video and they skip through because they'll leave a comment and I address said comment in the video. So all I do is reply with a time saying, okay, check out 3 minutes and 10 seconds. This is when I answered that question. So don't worry about the rude comments. I actually have a folder. I take screenshots of them. I have a folder of rude comments, and I'll put together like a parody or whatever one day, but I wouldn't worry about all that. Travis said, we have a big Kubota. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm sure you do. It's a bush hog field. You definitely need some horsepower for that. Gus, hey Gus, fellow 603, fellow New Hampshire resident, just popped in to say hi. Hey Gus. Tim said you have a beautiful piece of property. Yeah, it's super nice here. I'm just getting started. Like I told you guys, I am just getting started. I got plans for, I'll tell you guys, because you're the in crew, but I got plans for farmland. I got plans for an orchard. It's just time, and it all comes down to time. So when we really get the trails cut through, that will really show me the landscape, show me where I'm going to do. I want to clear at least an acre. I've always wanted an apple orchard. I don't know if I said this in my last chat. I want to start an apple orchard here out in the woods. We have definitely an acre of land that is just small saplings. There's not even you couldn't make a 2x4 out of this whole acre. It's totally overgrown. So I'm thinking with the mulcher, just literally go through, munch it all, and then till it or whatever, pull the stumps. I don't know. I'll get to that eventually. But yeah, we're just getting started with the property. Rain, sun, repeat. Yeah, definitely. Hoppy said, does anyone use anything for mosquito control? The ones by me are bad. I don't know. I just use like bug spray. As far as spraying your property, I don't know. We live by some wetlands. Like I said, we have some wetlands on our property, and after it rains, I wouldn't even go near it because the bugs are crazy. Looks like Louisiana. Pat said, yep, rain, sun, repeat. Do you have AC in your house? Yeah, Travis, we have a couple of standalone units. We don't have central air. This dining room we don't use, so there's no air in here, so it is pretty muggy in here, but we got the fan going. Hoppy said, my wife did a 9mm review for her EDC, and someone was upset about her hand grip. Yeah, I mean, I tell you, I'm a firm believer in the Second Amendment. I don't make any gun content because YouTube is very, I don't want to even say it, but YouTube is very not conservative when it comes to that. So, but yeah, I follow a bunch of gun channels, and there's nothing but people, oh man, they get all up in their feelings about when it comes to guns and setups and ammo and calibers and this and that. It's crazy. Dan said, hey, Dan said, that can't be the tool shed. Dan, if you're just joining us, the Wi-Fi wasn't working, so I ran into the house impromptu. We are in our living room, as exciting as it is. In the backyard with Dell. How's it going? Thanks for tuning in. Hey, Jay, that new track is a nice ride. I'm at work and just want to stop and say hi. Well, appreciate Dell. Don't get in trouble. If you're at work, go back to work. I work nights as well, but I don't work Fridays, so this is my time to do it. Gus said, you have plenty of time to chip away. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's so many long-term projects I have here. Like I want to do a garage. I want to do a roadside firewood stand. That's something I want to get into more sooner than later. Because think about it, I'm getting a grapple load of pine. If I even sold camp wood at $5 a bundle, how many bundles are in a grapple load? You know what I mean? That's stuff I could figure out, make videos on. So at $5-6 a bundle, I don't know, it might be worth it. Pat said, gotta go, catch you later. Mosquito control, chickens. Yes, we do want some chickens for sure. I am working on that. I'm trying to twist my wife's arm to get some chickens and whatnot, but it'll all come in time for sure. Hoppy said, YouTube is super strict. We did it because a couple government. Yeah, Hoppy, if you have a monetized channel like I do, you have to select if there's GUN, I don't even want to say the word, gun content in it, and it changes the monetizations, and YouTube can easily cut the cord, and I don't want to really deal with that. So I would definitely, I have a range out in the woods, and I do actively shoot. I would probably start a second channel just to share with you guys some shooting, because by the time I'm done with the excavator, we'll probably have a 200-300 yard range. So that's coming up in the future. But like I said, I don't do any gun content because YouTube is very strict about it. What we got? Dell said, I found that people that leave rude comments are just very jealous. Gus said, you need a garage bad. Yes, Gus, please let my wife know that. I mentioned that. Chickens are good. We have 33 right now. If you want good, healthy chickens, check out Cackle Hatchery. We ordered 25 chickens, I got 35. Wow, that's awesome. That's definitely on the list. I have a spot, I think they would fit good. They would fit nice. We can even do a small coop down the woodlot, as long as they were okay with listening to chainsaws all day, but I don't think they care. Tim said, gotta get back to work. Yes, Tim, Tim is a firefighter. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate your service. I say that every time you comment. Stay safe out there. Travis, gotta run. I have to put my kids to bed. Yeah, I put my kids to bed at 8. That's why I do 8:15, so it gives me a little bit of time to get things situated and get back on the tube here. I only have like 60 subs, so I'm not monetized. Yeah, Hoppy, it just takes time. Just keep doing what you're doing. I'll swing by your channel. and check out some videos. I've seen you a bunch on my channel, so I appreciate it. So I'll go over and spread the love. Jude said, "Thanks, Jay. Got to go to bed." Yep. Good night, buddy. Thank you for tuning in. Hoppy said, "I have an old shed for a coop. Coop was way. Yeah." My soft shed, there will be no chickens living in there. I spent a lot of time and money and energy and effort. Not really a lot of money, but just mostly effort. We bought all of our lumber before the whole lumber craze. Everything went bananas. And then the shiplap obviously came from the property. So sawmill would be something neat. I would definitely love a sawmill on the channel for sure. That would be something I would gladly appreciate. Sorry about that. Let me turn that off. So yeah, what else? Like I said, we have the Bobcat here. We got a grapple load of firewood coming. The excavator rental is literally right around the corner. I think we are going to, let me look at the calendar here. I think second week in August, we're going to get it here. So that's literally right around the corner. Hoppy said, "Thanks, bud. You don't need to do any content. My favorite thing in your Sasha is the sign. That sign looks awesome." Yeah, I got that sign from my in-laws. It's really cool. It's just a piece of metal CNC. It's awesome. The shed definitely needs some wall decor. I wish we were out there. The saw shed looks incredible. We have axes everywhere. We have our saws all up. I was hoping to kind of show you guys, but I don't know why there's not like we're streaming anything. I'm the only one here, so I don't know why we're having issues with that. Gus said, "I have chickens, and you are more than welcome to bring your trailer, and we'll load the coop right up for you." Gus wants to be done with the whole thing. That's funny. Travis said, "God bless. Good night." Yes, Travis, God bless. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. I appreciate it. But yeah, Gus, that's funny. And just show up with the trailer, beep beep, just throw the whole coop in, leave the chickens in, and just strap it down. That would get quite the ride home. That would be funny. That would be hilarious. Anyways, I got a couple more talking points. Do you guys have any questions at all? I know I'm answering things pretty quickly here. Electronics are only good when they work correctly. Yes, that is true. Well, speaking of electronics, I just realized that you can stream from a GoPro. Nobody ever told me that. I don't know where I saw it online somewhere, but I think what I want to do is these live chats are great, but I want to do more like working live chats, like during the day. Again, because I work nights, so I'm home during the day. I don't know what kind of crowd I get, but I think I'm going to give it a shot. I think maybe if that grapple load comes, maybe we'll go live for that. That would be neat. I don't know who's going to be on during the day, but we'll give it a shot. Maybe I know I have some international followers, so maybe my 10 or maybe my 11, 12 o'clock here is 6 p.m. there. I'm not sure. Jim said, "Bobcat is awesome, and your dad's a great guy." Yes, absolutely. Very blessed for sure to have that machine to use. What a difference it has made already. Hoppy said, "So this is going to be my first winter with the boiler. I need to get more wood. What's the best way to season? No clue what to do." So Hoppy, this question is pretty relevant. Is your machine a gasification or non-gasification machine? That's pretty important. If it's a reburn, gasification, whatever you want to call it. Like my classic, you just open it and you can throw lawn chair in it, and it doesn't matter. But some of these, I work at a paper mill, so I have a rotating schedule. Yeah, it's a non-gasification boiler. So mine's a non-gasification. So for those of you who maybe don't understand, maybe want to know, or maybe feel like learning something tonight, a gasification style machine will reburn the gases again. It's kind of like a double burn. You have your fire actually goes down or to the side or whatever, maybe it doesn't actually go up, it goes down. They pump in air and it kind of reburns the fuel. It's supposed to be more efficient. But you're lucky you have a non-gasification unit, because those gasification units are super, super picky with the firewood. But for a boiler, my mistake I made was I split everything, and I cut and split everything so small my first year, and I was absolutely blowing through firewood. If you have a non-gasification boiler, just get a good coal bed, and you can throw pretty much I wouldn't recommend burning green wood, but my first and actually second year, we burned a fair amount of green wood. But if you get a good coal bed, that a couple of cycles in the machine, you're going to burn all that moisture out. It's going to smoke like crazy, but you got to do what you got to do. But if you get a good coal bed for sure, that will help you burn pretty much anything. But seasoning your wood, I don't split anything under 10, 11 inches. I don't split that. I leave it whole. If I can pick it up, that's how I look at it. If I can pick it up, it'll go in the boiler. And if I have a tree that's over 12 inches, I will cut it into 24-inch sections because that's how big my wood splitter is. So is it better to burn softwood or hardwood with a non-gasification boiler? What I do is I burn the softwood during the day, like the pine slabs. Those burn hot and quick. Poplar burns hot and quick. Pine burns hot and quick. I would burn the softwoods during the day, and then I burn the hardwoods at night. I've gone over all this. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do it again, obviously, because the outdoor boiler videos are, believe it or not, the most popular. My channel's kind of in a funk now. But come wintertime, when we start that machine up, the views come back because I have a lot of people who have, like yourself, Hoppy. I have a lot of people who have boilers that follow my channel. But yeah, it depends. You can do like 50-50 mix. If you burn softwood, I would put more in, if that makes sense. Like hardwood, I put like 3 logs in, and that's fine. I'll kind of sip on those, especially if you have a good coal bed. But if you're burning more softwoods, I would toss in probably more because, again, they burn faster. But you'll figure out running a boiler is like running a fireplace, running anything with heat. You'll realize how much it uses, how much it needs, your heat demand. Like I hate starting the boiler come like September because we have like 2 or 3 days where it's like 30 degrees and then it's like 50 out for another couple weeks. So once you start the machine up, you kind of own it. So you have to run it. So I honestly wish we had a wood stove in the center of our house just for the first and last month of the season. So that way we can use the indoor wood stove to supplement heat for like just the cold nights. Just get a fire going for the nighttime because during the day it's like 50. You don't even need the heat. So that's what I would do. But I know I'm getting off topic, but you'll find a good mix between softwood and hardwood. Hoppy said, I found your channel when I was looking at getting boilers in January. Appreciate the advice, though. Yeah, absolutely. If you have any questions, you can shoot me an email, homesteadj35@gmail.com. If you didn't get that, if you go to my page, it's on there. But if it's easier, you could shoot me an email, and I'm glad to give you every bit of advice I have. But get a good coal bed. If you're going to burn hardwood and softwood, I would put the hardwood in first, put the softwood on top, because the hardwood will transition into a coal bed. If you put if you have a nice coal bed and you put a layer of pine and then hardwood, that pine might suck up all your coals. That's what I've realized. Pine and poplars and softwoods don't really leave coal beds. So that's all. Pretty much non-gasification boiler, it's all about the coal bed. And gasification boiler, they do rely on coal beds, but you gotta have really seasoned wood. That's why I'm kind of afraid, actually, to get into the new boilers there, the gasifications, because a lot of them you can't really burn pine. And I'm getting a grapple load of pine delivered in like a week. So I don't know if I'm ready to ex-nay all the softwoods because we have an abundance of softwoods here. So I don't know. We'll have to deal with that when the time comes. But the new gasification, EPA certified, all that BS, I'm not really a fan of it. I need to clean it. I got it from a guy who didn't clean it when he stopped using it 2 years ago. Yeah, definitely, Hoppy. You got to bite the bullet and get in there and clean that thing. What happens is you have your steel, and then you have your creosote. And what happens is you get moisture buildup. It's kind of like if you put a piece of plywood out on your ground, you put leaves on top of it. The leaves may look dry, but if you peel those leaves back, there's going to be moisture under there, so humidity or whatever it may be. So, like you saw on my channel, I clean, I brush out Whiz-Wheel, whatever you want to call it. I get all that creosote out, and then I spray it with oil, and that thing is ready to go. Hoppy said, yeah, I don't think I'd get it. I don't think I'd get one either. I mean, I'm going to probably I have a bunch of boiler videos that I'm going to make, and that's one of them is gasification versus non-gasification because I mean, I'll talk about it a little bit because there's not a ton of other questions going on in the live chat. It's pretty much just you and me, which is fine with me. But Okay, so gasification, you have to go strictly seasoned hardwood that's all split. So that's more effort. I barely run my wood splitter because most of the wood I get is already, I just cut it to size. I barely run my counting line at all. So to get a gasification boiler, I'd have to get rid of all my pine. That sucks, considering I get it. I have an abundance of it. I have probably, I swear to God, Kevin's probably got 50 cords of pine in his house. And then I have to split every single piece of wood and cut it to fit because they're short of firewood boxes. It sounds like a nightmare. I'd rather just get a wood stove at that point. But Hoppy said it has some surface rust. Yours is a lot bigger than mine, so I can't get all the way in there. But I'll clean it as best I can, and plus I can watch your video. Yeah, definitely. If you can do like a hot clean, Hoppy there. You can get some cardboard boxes and some paper. I mean, you said you work at a paper mill, so I'm sure you can find some. But get some cardboard boxes, just light those suckers up and throw them in there, and get a hoe, get a rake, get something you can scrape the creosote off if you can't physically get in there. Anything will help. And then I use fluid film. Again, not sponsored by them. That's just what I've used. I opened that machine today to check, and there's still a film on it. I used motor oil my first couple of years, and after 3 weeks, there was 4 inches of oil in the bottom of it. But use mystery oil. Unless you have something you prefer, but use something that's tacky that sticks to coat it. That will help with condensation and whatnot. But Gus said we have some sad news. We decided to get a pellet stove. So no more wood for me, getting older and wiser. Yeah, Gus, I mean, wood is work for sure. I mean, I'm 29 years old, and yeah, when I'm up in my 60s and 70s, I'm probably not going to be cutting boiler wood. There's probably something different here. Who knows where life will take us by then. But Hoppy said, I don't have a wood splitter besides my arms. Yeah, Hoppy, I feel you there. My first year, I was going to make a video of this. We've come a long way, obviously, in 5 years. Now we got a nice bobcat out there. It's not even mine, it's my dad's, but you get the point. My first year, I cut all my wood in the wintertime with a deer drag and my McCulloch top handle. That's all I had. I literally would just go out into the woods and fill up the deer drag and drag that thing to the trail, dump the wood, and then when we got the four-wheeler not long after we moved in the spring, I would go get everything. But I cut every lick of wood we burned the first year out in the woods in the wintertime with a deer drag and the top-handled saw. And a top-handled saw. I didn't have the Echoes. I didn't have anything. That's all I had was the McCulloch there. Gus said, gonna sell my brand new wood splitter. Gus, what model did you get? I don't know if you told me before, but Hoppy said it will be an experience to go from propane to a wood boiler. Yeah, wood boilers are fun. I mean, again, this is another video that I can make. I can make in the future, but the wood boilers are fun. I like it. It's just we have a 3,000 square foot home. We have like 6 heating zones, hot water, floor grid. I mean, if I built a garage close enough, I could tie into that. So imagine heating a 3,000 square foot home, your hot water, radiant floor grid, and a 2-3 stall workspace off of one fuel source. That's not bad at all. Plus propane, you're relying on other people. I don't really like relying on anybody for anything. So I like my independence to be able to burn, wood, because wood in this area in New Hampshire is I think New Hampshire's like 85% forest. So there's plenty of woods. I'm going to get tree jobs eventually. So yeah, there's plenty. It's plentiful around here for sure. Ty Man, the Buckeye says, hey Jay, hey Ty Man, thanks for tuning in. Gus said, rugged made log lift 4-way 22-ton. Man, I may have to sell my counting line and upgrade to that, Gus. That sounds pretty good. The log lift is nice. Again, I split vertically, so I mean, doesn't matter. Ty Man said, tune in late. That's all right, Ty Man. We got some time. We got about 10 minutes left. I'm hoping to eventually get off the grid completely in the next 10 years, so I don't have to rely on anyone. Yeah, Hoppy, absolutely. I mean, there is nothing. I will say this till I'm blue in the face. There is nothing wrong with being like off grid. I mean, we'll probably never be completely off grid, but to be more, I like self-reliant better than like off grid. But yeah, I mean, we got the firewood down, so we're independent on that aspect. I would love to have apple orchards. We have fruit from there, maybe pears, whatever I can grow here. I'd love to have some chickens and have a farm, like an acre to farm, to till, to grow potatoes, whatever I can grow up here, just to offset. Not necessarily 100% like build a moat in a 20-foot, fence around the property, which would sound nice. But we blocked the deer out, and I don't want to block the deer out. We actually had 2 does that came through the yard today. It's on my Instagram. But Sean said, "Hey Jay, sorry I just got here." Hey Sean, thanks for tuning in. It's all right, buddy. We got about 5-10 minutes here. It's a small crowd tonight, so go ahead and hop in. The water's nice. Hoppy said, "I've been having issues with my electrical company. Wish I had solar, so I didn't have to go on it." Yes, solar. I mean, I went to school. I studied criminal justice, but I did a lot of classes and a lot of stuff on renewable energies. And solar has its place. It's a good offset. Like I would love to have a solar grid for my outdoor boiler, so that way it's running on solar during the day. So not only am I heating with wood, but the pumps, because the pumps draw a decent amount of voltage. It would be awesome to have the pumps running off solar during the day, and then I would actually like to have a battery backup emergency for that unit overnight. Let's say I had 10 batteries. That's enough to run the pumps overnight. And then assuming the sun comes out, that would be cool. That would be imagine being able to heat a 3,000 square foot home with no street power and no fuel besides firewood. That'd be pretty sweet. I know I'm getting off topic here, but Gus said, "Come look, I'll give you a good price." Yeah, Gus, I appreciate that. Maybe I will upgrade, Gus. I'm really thinking about upgrading. I want to take some of this grapple load. This is all coming up in future videos, but I want to take some of that grapple load and I want to start making campfire bundles. And I really want to do a roadside stand. I definitely want to clear a section and do it. I think it would be all right. We got a lot of cars that drive by, so that'd be cool. But yeah, Gus, that'd be hilarious. Sounds like a good machine. Hoppy said, "I don't mean off-grid like people in Alaska." I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying. Some counties, though, you can't be completely off the electrical. Like, you can't just shut your main breaker down and tell them to pound sand. Some counties, you have to still be physically tied into the main grid. But you can have your generators, your solar. You can offset, but I don't know if you can actually shut down. It depends on your county or state. Gus said, "Have a great night." All right, Gus, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, we're gonna give it a few more minutes. It's a small crowd here, so it's nice though. I like live chats because you're able to answer a lot of questions at once. And like I said, if anybody has any questions, you can always email me. My email is homesteadj35 @gmail.com. So Hoppy said, "I heard the roadside stands work well in the summer. I was thinking of doing one." Yeah, we actually live on an emergency route. So if one of the main highways shut down, they divert traffic this way. And a couple of times it's happened for like fatalities. And there was probably 20,000 cars that drove by in an hour. So, yeah, I don't know. Doing statistics and probability, even if you got 0.5% of people to stop, that's a lot. So I definitely want to look into it. It would be nice to just offset money around here, be able to use that for fuel, like saw parts, oil. I mean, it would all go back into the channel. You know what I mean? So I definitely want to do. I'm going to actually go look at our property line and our road frontage and see if that's possible. We have a massive pine I want to take down at the very end of the driveway because it's hard to pull out. You can't really see when we pull out. So maybe around that area, that'd be a nice little spot, but we'll see. The average guy said, "What do you do about all the nails when you burn pallets?" My machine is a non-gasification machine, so it does not matter. All I do is I fish them out when I rake the ash out. What I'm going to do this year, because I've been kind of negligent, is I've been just breaking the ash out and dumping it. And ash is super actually sought after and super useful. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some type of device with a 55-gallon barrel and a screen, kind of like a shaker, if you will, like if you were, shaking for gold. But I'm going to screen out all the nails so I have pure ash, because I'm definitely, if I'm going to get into gardening and stuff, I want to be able to take every aspect of firewood. So ash is a byproduct. I want to be able to use that elsewhere. So I don't have to worry about nails in my machine. When I vacuum it and clean it out, there's probably 400 nails in there. They just radiate the heat. It doesn't really. It's like having bricks, fire bricks inside your stove. They help transfer heat, I guess. Some of those nails are not hot to melt, but you pull them out, they're hot. So Hoppy said, "I have about 4,000 to 6,000 cars that pass." Yeah, I mean, think about that. You got let's do 10,000 because that's an easy number. Let's say you get 1%. Well, what's 1% of 10,000? You know what I mean? times $5. That, hey, every day, if you can make $100 a day, that's $100 a day times 365. That sounds good to me. You know what I mean? So that's it's on my list. Again, it's all time. I don't have a ton of time right now to do all these things, but it'll come. That's why I started this channel, because I'm like, dang, I got so much stuff I want to do around here. I would love to film it and see it. And I look at videos of the trails from years ago, and I don't even recognize them. And now we got excavators coming, so it's definitely there's a lot going on here. So, Hoppy said, if I make a roadside stand, it's got to be made out of pallets. Oh, of course, yeah. Why would screw buying dimensional lumber? Just throw something together with pallets. There's never enough time in the day. That is for sure. Those of you guys know, I have 2 small children, and literally all my videos for the last 2 years have been filmed between 12 and 2 o'clock. Every single video, because that's when my 2 kids nap. 12 to 2 o'clock, unless my dad's here. When my mom and dad come up, my mom watches the kids, so we're out there. Pops and I are out there all day screwing around with this tractor and firewood and whatever, painting this, building that. So I look forward to those days. Those are awesome. But yeah, every other video is made 12 to 2 because that's when the kids are napping. Andrew Robinson said, I'm late. That's all right. I was actually going to close up in a few minutes, but I will run it to 50, 55. It's all good. Everybody's having fun here. Andrew said, I'm late. Well, welcome, Andrew. It's okay. Don't worry about it. My daughter will be born in November, and I'll be at 2 kids as well. Yeah, I mean, you'll get into a rhythm. When the kids are napping, usually when I go out and feed the outdoor boiler and when I get home from work at night. So you'll get into a rhythm. Don't worry about it. Jim said, saw the video on the wood rack you just stacked. I like the rack very well, but tell us why you built it. It seems very efficient. Yeah, the wood rack, I'm going to cover that in the next coming video, but we just built actually should be out tomorrow or the next day, but we built a 25-foot rack. It's about 3 cords. So it's going to be nice. It's 25 feet long. I made it out of 4x4s from a skid I took apart, I think last year. I held on to the beam. So we finally made a giant firewood rack, which is going to be nice. We can pull right up to and stack it. It's roughly 2 3/4 cords. I'm going to call it 3. It's 25 by 7 by 24 inches. So it's quite the big rack. It's a huge, huge, huge beam that we cut and use. So that's coming up in the next video. I think that's the next one I got queued up. I'm almost done the editing. Finding the time to edit the videos is the hardest part. Jay Litter said, hey, Jay, love from Canada. Hello, Jay, up in Canada. Appreciate it, buddy. I have a lot of Canadian followers. That's awesome. John Ritter, welcome, John. I'm way late. Had to make an ice cream run. Yeah, John, I know you got your Rugrats there. I got kids too, so we went for ice cream earlier. So I know all about that dad life. John's a good guy. His channel's great. He's got a Kubota tractor. I still have my Kubota. Everybody thinks I got rid of my Kubota, but I didn't. Still here. Hoppy said, I have to go. Thanks for the conversation. Love the channel. Yeah, Hoppy, I appreciate it, buddy. If you need any help, you asked me a million questions, but if you need any help at all, just shoot me an email, homesteadj35 at gmail.com. Yeah, I'll be glad to help anybody if anybody needs any help. So we will go for a few more minutes. I'm actually going to hop on. I follow Dan Back 40 Firewood. I've been following him since day one, pretty much. I'm going to hop on his live chat in a few minutes. But we'll go for a little bit more. Let's see my list of questions here, or things to talk about. We talked about, what did we talk about? We talked about the Bobcat. We talked about the excavator, the grapple load. That was kind of the biggest update, was we're getting the grapple load. For those of you maybe joining us late, we're getting a grapple load of sawmill cutoffs. So we will have firewood out the wazoo kicking around here. Average guy said, I just put an outdoor boiler in. Do you burn different types of wood in the off seasons? I only burn during the wintertime. Those people who run their machines all year round, God bless them, because when it's 100 degrees out, the last thing I want to do is open that firebox, because when you open that firebox, I mean, you're talking, I can feed in the middle of January. I can go outside in a t-shirt and open that door on my outdoor boiler and be sweating. So the last thing I want to do on a day like today, I'm sweating sitting in here right now, never mind doing fire. But no, average guy, I don't run my machine. I run it 6 months out of the year. We will probably be starting it up. I can't believe we're already thinking of starting up wood heat again. I feel like I just cleaned the thing. Probably end of September, October, we'll be starting it up. Yeah, same here. Thank God. I'm so glad you don't run it all year long. No way. Some people hate their swimming pools, and to me, it's not worth the wear and tear on the machine just to do hot water. I have an oil backup, and I need an oil backup because in New Hampshire, you cannot have firewood as your primary heat source. By code, you need to have a backup. So we have an oil, one of the top of the line oil furnaces, and I let that run during the summertime for hot water because I need to burn that oil out anyways, because come September, October, that oil doesn't kick on for 6 months. So if I leave stagnant oil in there, we're just going to have problems from it coagulating and whatnot. But Jay says, yeah, we usually run in October to May-ish. Yeah, I usually give it about 6 months. 6 months is plenty. I'm all set with that. I'm so gun-ho in the beginning. It's like anything. I'm so gun-ho in the beginning of the season, and by the end of it, I'm just like, yep, it's 55 degrees out and 31 degrees overnight, so you really can't shut it down because of the water. And it's just like you're sitting there burning seasoned wood with shorts on. So those machines are tricky. But Jim said, your channel's the best. Love the live chats. Looking forward to your next one. All right, Jim, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'm going to head out here and we'll do 2 more questions if anybody is out there watching. 2 more questions here. And then Andrew said, that's a lot of wood to cut. I've decided on an instant electric water. Yeah, I mean, our water heater, I would love to do a solar water heater, have a couple panels up on the roof, and if it was cloudy out, have the oil as a backup. That would be even less use of oil and more quote-unquote renewables. But yeah, 6 months out of the year, those showers, there's no limiter on our hot water heater. They'll fry your skin right off. That outdoor boiler puts out the water coming in the house 180 degrees. So the water that's normally coming out of the furnace is like, what is it, 100? So yeah, you're talking 80 more degree temperature difference. That's quite a bit. Yeah, Andrew, I love cutting wood. I do, but to be running that machine, you just get fatigued. It's like doing something every single day. I look forward to that 6 month run. It's a challenge. It gets cold in the snow, and you're plowing, you're snowballing, and you're splitting wood out in December, and it's awesome. It's great. And then come April, May, it's like, all right, I want to be on the boat. Like, I don't want to be sitting here heating, worrying about my boiler burning out. When it's July 4th, I'm all set. All right, so we'll do one more question or comment here. I guess last call, if you will, and then I'm gonna hop on. I'm gonna hop on Dan's channel there and show some love over there. In a minute, but yeah, Andrew said, I totally agree with that. All right, so any last questions, comments, concerns, stuff you want to see? I know I think we have 7 people here, 8, 9 people here. So a small group here, but I like it. I don't mind it. I wouldn't want 4,000 people here. I mean, how the hell do you talk to 4,000 people at once? So I like how my channel is smaller. It's more intimate, and I can actually help people. John said, keep on track and love the channel. Yeah, appreciate it, buddy. John, you're gonna see some Bobcat videos coming out. We're putting that I think we already have like 12 hours on the machine. So all right, last question there by Jim. What accessories does the Bobcat have? So my dad got a bucket with it, which isn't here. It's at his house still, and it has forks on it now, and he's got a snowblower. His primary use of that thing is going to be around. He takes care of his house and his. My dad takes care of his house and my sister's, so he has 2 properties to maintain. So he's mostly going to use it for snow blowing, but he will use it for oddball stuff. I think he's doing some sod work, some grass work, so he'll use it for whatever. But for the most part, we will have it here at least once a week if I want it, because they come up once a week, so we'll have plenty of stuff to do. We will stack all our projects on our Bobcat Wednesdays. That's what we're going to call it. So, all right, I think I'm going to wrap up if that's it. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm sorry we're not in the saw shed. We got some weird painting of France behind us. So this is our dining room we don't use. Anyways, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate the love. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and call it a night. I will have a new video for you tomorrow. I'm going to be doing some editing tonight as soon as I get off here. So yeah, like I always say, I appreciate you guys watching. And yeah, thank you guys so much for all the support, and we will see you on the next live chat. So we got a video coming out tomorrow, so we'll see you guys over there. So again, I appreciate it. God bless. Hope you guys have a good night, and we will see you later.